All right, ladies and gentlemen, so welcome back. Welcome back to another episode on Antonius Aurelius Motivates, my channel here. And today is Thursday, July 24th, 2025. And I'm glad to be back with y'all again. Getting started a little bit later this morning because there was kind of some heavy rain this morning, early this morning. So I didn't even really know if I was going to get out here today and make it out here to do the walk and talk thing. But I'm here now, and so y'all already know what we're fixing to do. I'm going ahead and fixing to do this walk and talk with the topic of the day, like we do normally every day about this time. And before I go ahead and get into the topic of the day, I always just kind of introduce myself here for anybody who may be new. I'm Antonius Aurelius. This is my channel, Antonius Aurelius Motivates. And everything we do here on my channel, it's all about positive vibes, uplifting, encouraging videos for those of you who may be going through your own personal battles, struggles, hardships, difficulties, or just whatever you are facing in your own personal life right now. Because right now I'm currently facing a bunch of struggles, hardships, and difficulties, as I know a lot of other people out there are right now. Okay. So, this channel is all to help one another out, just to kind of be there for one another, uplift, encourage one another right now during these difficult times we're in. And, this channel here is for anybody who may feel lost, abandoned, forgotten, anything like that. I want you to know that you are never lost, abandoned, or forgotten long as you have God, and I'm here for you as well. So that's who this is for. And this is also for any of you who may be just trying to improve yourself or make yourself into a better person, and you're reaching for like your highest self, and you're wanting to improve your life and all of that. Like you've been through enough of BS and nonsense, and you've really finally made the decision that you're going to set goals for yourself. You're going to actually follow through with them, and you're going to do something to improve yourself. That's who this channel is for as well. I'm here for you as well if that's what you are trying to do, because that's what I'm trying to do right now. So anyway, with all that being said, I always, before I get into the topic of the day, I just share my testimony of what I've lived through, just because I have to tell this story every time to those of you who don't know me, who may be new here to my channel. For those of you who do know me, y'all already know all of this. But anyway, I just do it every time, just because of what I have been through, endured, and survived, and lived to tell about. And so at this time, I would just like to go ahead and tell, I've lived through pure hell, and what I have survived, most people would not live through. The things that people, wicked and evil people, put me through in my life, most people would not survive, okay? So here where I live in South Carolina, Beaufort, South Carolina is where I'm at. Wicked and evil people have tried to destroy my whole entire life and existence. They literally tried to take us out. They pretty much tried to kill us, is what they did. But before they did all that, they did everything they could, I believe, to try to make me unalive myself or hurt myself or harm myself, because they did everything they could to bring my bank account down to $0.00, to stop and block my income. And they did everything they could in their power to ruin my life. To absolutely ruin my life, my business, my reputation, to absolutely sabotage me in every way, shape, and form. possible. And I know the reasons why all of this happened, and I've done told this before. The reasons why all of this happened has to do a lot with my music and what I did to uplift the name of Jesus Christ and to stand for the truth out here. And so I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that that is the reason why everything happened to me the way it happened to me in my life. I'm almost certain that that's the reason why everything happened to me that happened to me in my life. I feel like I'm almost certain that authority figures were involved with what happened to me. You know, the people spoken of in Ephesians 6:12, who we deal with out here every day, because we're in spiritual warfare out here, as most people know. And if you don't know, you better know. Wicked and evil people, you can already see, are corrupted in our government. And y'all can already see that, you know, all the things that have happened and transpired, like even since like the whole, that thing and everything, and the whole 6 feet, 6 feet apart and all of that, that's the people who's, you know, pulling the strings on everything out here. And so I know that's the reasons why, because I expose all of this. I've been exposing all of this for a long time, because God showed me the truth a long time ago. I'd say probably back in like 2009, 2010, around that time. But I didn't really like start going into like my music for Christian rap and all of that stuff. I left the secular rap. I didn't really go into all of that till like, I'd say probably around, I don't know, probably around like 2010, 2011. But I didn't really start dropping no albums or nothing like that till like 2012, 2013. And then, you know, so like I've dropped 5 albums here. I Give God the Glory 1, 2, 3, and Forever Volume 1 and 2. And I tried to get people on board with my mission and my vision, but they wasn't having no part of it here. And so I know that's another reason why a lot of these things happen to me, because of jealous and envious people. And I'm almost certain of that's the reason why a lot of this stuff happened to me. But I survived all of this. And the worst thing that happened to me on, it happened to me and my mother, where they literally tried to kill us and take us out, was on September 25th, 2024 at around 11:30 p.m. at night when I came home from work. Someone came down our road and opened fire and dumped the whole clip. Pop, 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 pop. I had to run, dive bomb in my hallway. My mom was screaming bloody murder. It was a drive-by shooting that occurred, and I had to call 911. You know, there was gun smoke in our house. The police came. We stayed up all night. And I feel like the whole thing, honestly, I feel like it was orchestrated the way it was, because for maximum terrorization of my life, because the way it happened was, it happened the night right before a Hurricane Helene storm, where we had to stay up again the very next night and go through tornado warnings going all off on our phone and everything like that. So we were terrified that we was going to die for 2 nights in a row. And I live in a little mobile home with my 83-year-old mother, you know, and these people, they've terrorized, tormented, and traumatized my entire life, man. Yeah, they've humiliated me. They left me for dead, most of these people who I was doing my landscaping business for. After that all, everything happened with that. People backstabbed me, tried to go behind my back and steal my jobs. And actually, it was a person who did that, who backstabbed me, and I was betrayed. And I survived all of that. Like, I had feelings during that time when all that happened, to where like I wanted to like hurt that person or harm that person, but I was able to, thank God, find other people, positive people, to talk me and talk to me and tell me things to let me know that you don't have to do nothing to bad, wicked, evil people who do bad things. And so I was able to, like, as hard as it was, let the thing go. But then it was after all of that when, like, I had to, like, find different avenues and everything like that to make money. Anyway, I survived all of these things, man. This is what I've survived and lived to tell about, man. And I'm still living through a lot of this hell even right now at this time in my life. Like, I'm still trusting in God, because it's been going on. It's going on 10 months. It's about to officially be 10 months since the whole thing happened, since the shooting occurred, and the people have not been caught or brought into a criminal court of law, and justice has not happened. So to me, that tells me, because this is a small area where everybody talks and everybody knows everybody and all of that. So that tells me right there, I already have done, my intuition tells me that the whole thing was covered up. The whole thing was covered up, because nothing happens in this place, in this area where I'm at right here, without everybody else knowing about it. So I know everybody knows about it. So for some reason, people ain't talking. And if nobody's talking, then somebody had to, you know, hush them up, or the thing has been hushed up, if you ask me. Anyway, I'm surviving and living through all this, and I'm praying every day for justice, because this stuff has deeply affected me mentally. It's a miracle I haven't lost my mind. I feel like I have PTSD now, post-traumatic stress disorder, from all this that occurred in my life. So, and I've told this all before, but this is what I've survived, okay? So, and I'm still living through this right now. Like I said, I'm still going through all this, man, but I'm not giving up. I'm never going to give up. I'm not going to give up for these wicked and evil people who did all this stuff to me. And there is a price for them to pay for what they did to me and my mama, because she could have died that night. And the very next day, she swept up a bullet off the living room floor. I could have caught that bullet, because I was coming back from the laundry room with my basket of clothes and all of that. So anyway, all of this stuff has given me a deeper appreciation for my life, from everything that happened to me. And so after all of that, and I survived all of that, then I wanted to, like, come out here on my channel and work my channel more and do all this, because, you know, because I want other people to know not to give up, because I'm not giving up, you know. And just because I'm glad to be still breathing, still be alive. And I kind of always wanted to do this, but I just never really got into it really the way I should have, back when I was kind of like in a lower vibrational state, back through all that thing and everything, and back through a lot of the other things that happened. But anyway, it is what it is, man. I'm here now, man. So, you know, that's what this is all about. It's all about letting people know what I went through, what I survived, what I'm still surviving to this day. And just, you know, I'm just here for others, like as an encouraging voice or whatever. As hard as it is for me right now. I mean, that must seem crazy, but really I'm just kind of encouraging myself, because, I mean, you would probably listen to my story and think, how could this guy be encouraging somebody? I mean, he's still going through all this stuff. Well, it's because really I'm trying to really, like, kind of encourage myself in a way. So anyway, man, but like I was saying, man, so I'm about to go ahead and get into this topic, man. And the topic of the day is going to be on how you were always different from them. Y'all could never be the same. And that's just the way it was. You were always different from them, and y'all could never be the same, because you both think differently. You know, you both think differently, and also, they believe everything they're told. You don't. That's another thing that makes you different. Okay, so that's the topic. The topic is going to be on how you were always different from them because y'all think differently. They believe everything they're told, but you're not like that. Okay, let's go ahead and get on out right now. Let's get into this. All right. So like I said, man, you and them were always different. Y'all could never be the same because you think way differently. And also, they believe everything they're told and you don't. You are actually the type of person who questions things. You question a lot of things that you see going on rather than just believing it. Like, you're not the type of person who just turns on CNN, constantly negative news, and believes everything that comes off the screen. You never were that type of person. You always questioned everything. And a lot of the reason why is because God revealed it to you through the spirit that's within you. You know, and that's what makes you different too as well. That's the reason why you are the light out here in the middle of darkness, shining towards all of them. But the thing is that your light is so bright and brilliant, you know what I mean, that it disturbs a lot of them. That's the reason why you got a lot of sideways glances, like you got a lot of like hatred looks and evil looks at you, just like when you going in the store or you out and about doing your daily life or routines, or sometimes people don't even really want to treat you right. You know, people want to try to just, you know, belittle you or make you less than who you are, and stuff like that, because you irritate the demons that's inside of them. And so it's taken a long time for you to go through everything that you've gone through with these people, and you realize that you're much different from them. You realize that you are much different from them because you're just not the type of person who's just gonna accept everything the way it is. You know that things could be better. You know that things could be different. You know that things could be, you know how things should be. And you see through things and you question things. You question what you see out here. And that's what makes you a threat to the system. Because the system is all about keeping everybody in the dark, keeping everybody on the same level with the same nonsense, chasing after things that are superficial on the outside, that look like they're glittering like gold, but everything that glitters is not gold, and you can see that and you can know that. That's also what makes you different. You see and know that everything that glitters out here is not gold. That all this stuff and all these flashy people out here and all that, it's all superficial and it's on surface level type of stuff. It's not really, you know, what it seems to be on the surface. You know, because God revealed that to you. And so that's another thing that makes you different from them. You know, and so you will never be the same as them. You'll never be the same as them. And that's just the way that it is, man. It's kind of like, and I've said this before in previous videos, it's like you are water and they are oil. Water and oil can't mix together. It don't happen. If you try to do that and put water and oil in your car or in your engine, you're gonna lock it up. It just doesn't mix. So that's the message for today. really. You know, that's what everything has always been about. It's always been that you are very different from them. Y'all could never be the same, you know. And you question things. You question what you're told. They don't. They just go right along to get along. And that's what makes y'all different. But anyway, you know, that's the message for today, man. I'm gonna go ahead and keep the video kind of brief today, man. But till the next one, I hope y'all are having a great day. Peace.